So welcome back, everyone. Welcome on this weekly Monday webinar. As you know, at 2 p.m. Central European Time. We announced it already last week. We have some huge news to share with you all. We have also a special guest. But before we go ahead, I'm going to start with a movie. A short one. So that's already an honor to start with. I'm going to introduce our special guest. We're going to start, of course, with a disclaimer. So the following information provided is not an investment strategy, and the facilitators are not giving financial advice. All attendees, viewers of this presentation, live or recorded, take responsibility for their own financial decisions and agree that this is a volatile and emerging market. There can be no assurance that any prior success or results shown can be used as a guaranteed indication of future performances. As with any business endeavor, you personally assume all risk involved, and subsequently, we strongly suggest you seek the advice of a professional when making financial, tax, or business decisions. We already announced it. We have a really special guest for today. So I'm going to check, or Mr. Anthony Norman is with us on the call. Anthony, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly fine. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Thank you, Anthony, to take time for us and to bring us all that amazing news. I stopped sharing my screen. I guess you can now click on the button, show your screen. And of course, I'm going to give you the word.
Yeah, perfect. I think you need to make me presenter first.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. It's not allowing me to share my screen yet. There we go.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
So go ahead.
Thank you so much. So here we go. Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Norman. I'm the chairman of Wellman Capital Group in Amsterdam. And I'm happy to be here today to talk to you guys. Some of you have heard me before. I've been working with some solutions for you in terms of underwriting. But I have some exciting news for you today about InnerQuest and the future of IQ. We have entered into an interesting partnership today that I'm going to expand on a little bit. Now, topics for today is we have already done the disclaimer and who I am. We are doing a partial merger with IQ and Wellman Capital that I'm going to take you through. And we're going to look at what's next for you guys in the future, and also look at week 12's results. I'm seeing that the number is wrong here in the screen. We're also going to do an update on the Ormeus coin, where John Barksdale is going to join us on this webinar. So the good news here is that we have entered into a strategic partnership with InnerQuest, and I'll start with a little introduction of Wellman Capital. So Wellman Capital Group is a Dutch public company that was reformed last year, and we have acquired a number of finance businesses. We have an asset management firm, an EU e-money license, and a corporate finance activity. We are headquartered in Amsterdam, but we have offices in a few more places as well. We have, over the last couple of months, been negotiating a deal between IQ and Wellman, where we are taking over parts of the financial responsibility and administration in order to provide you guys with a strong backbone. Wellman has taken the strategic decision to acquire a number of businesses in direct sales, MLM, and it's our strategy to merge a number of brands together under a new strong brand. So we are starting out with our partnership with IQ, one that we think it has a very, very bright future. And obviously the upside for you guys is that this is bringing a higher degree of transparency to you, as we are a public company. relisting the company, going on the stock exchange at the end of the year. We have an EU license, so we are regulated in the EU, and our license coverage covers us outside the EU in some of our functions as well. We're adding integrated banking functionality for all members, which I will get back to a little bit more in detail soon. And we are also implementing a new underwriting model for all the members that is going to replace the old one that was offered by Valence Bank. We believe that Wellman Capital can provide you a very solid framework, because we are going to implement a compliance framework that allows you to stay legal with your taxes and other compliance-related issues. And this is part of the structure we believe that Wellman can bring to IQ. I'm also really happy to announce that John Barksdale is joining the board of directors on Wellman Capital Group, which means that he has continuous involvement in the business and the structure going forward. So we think this is a good way of starting out this marriage, and then we are going to expand into other businesses, as we said. Now, sorry about that. So before I go into that, I'll talk a little bit about IQ and the results last week. The trading profit was reported to be 1.01% last week. And we have had a Bitcoin market that is moving sideways. It's pretty stale right now, and because of that, we're not seeing amazing results, but we're still happy with these ones. We expect that the market is going to stay like this probably for another week or so more. And we are going to do some improvements here to give you a higher degree of transparency on the trading as well. This is all part of the new Wellman implementation. We see that we've had now, week 10 was obviously a very nice week for us because we had high volatility, and week 11 and 12 has been pretty flat. Again, this is due to the current prevailing market conditions. Now, on the Ormeus coin, we have some news and updates on the liquidity and the pricing. I think we should be joined by John by now. Peter, do you see John on?
I see John. Antonio will now add him as a presenter.
Perfect. And then I will step back in, guys, and tell you more in detail about the underwriting and our news coming in the coming week.
Hi, Mr. John Barksdale. You can hear us?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you perfect, Mr. John Barksdale. Thank you for your time.
Great, excellent. Well, guys, I'm here in Rome, Italy, and I'm headed over to Israel tonight to meet up with our tech team, Cody. So very exciting information here to come. I know a lot of you have seen our token swap has started, and we are, about I guess this week will be about halfway through the process. And I know some of you are anxious to get out there and trade your Ormeus coin. You've seen obviously a dramatic increase in the price, and you're going to see that continued type of a trend as we continue to build this system completely. Today, I'm going to share with you some information on our ORV. If you've been watching everything, you've noticed that the ORV is actually, the numbers have started to change. The new APIs are going to be in place over the next week, and you're going to see more of the BTC perpetual machine functioning. You're going to see more of that growth in the entire ecosystem. And that's going to really result in a higher amount of Bitcoin that is going to show up in our trading vault, which is very exciting for us. Now, this week and upcoming, we're also going to be listed on HitBTC. It'll probably be within the next 10 days. We've already got the approved value for that to be done. Now we're just waiting for the attorney to finish our next level of legal opinion. We're doing it with a prominent Hong Kong attorney, which will give us the ability to go and get listed on larger exchanges than even we are today. And this is like a 50-page plus legal opinion that is going to be basically overlaying our entire system, not just Ormeus coin itself, but it'll also be an opinion of Ormius Cash, but then also the ecosystem itself. There is a white paper currently under development for. So very exciting stuff on that. We're going to have a much, you'll see the number you see today. The new number is going to be a better number because of the trading that we've been doing through the last few weeks. We've added some swing trading to this process. So very exciting on some of the things that we've created for market making systems outside of just traditional BTC marketing as well. Market making, I mean. So a lot of cool stuff coming on board. And the ecosystem is continuing to expand. So every part of this functions by itself has its own traditional business. And these traditional business components of this ecosystem are profitable businesses that continue to turn profit, and then those profits go back to support our reserve vaults. You guys are probably very aware that we are very close to the launch of the Cody mainnet, and I'll be in Israel tomorrow filming an update to answer any of your questions that you have on the Cody ecosystem and what's going on with the mainnet that's going to be the underpinned technology behind the Ormius Cash system. So we'll have all of that. If you haven't answered your questions yet, go get to our Telegram group, ask questions on everything about Ormius Cash, because we're going to put together a list and an FAQ, just like we have for Ormius Coin, for the Ormius Cash system and for the payment structure of Ormius Cash. And I'll be there with the founders of Cody and myself to basically answer any question that may need to be answered by any of you. We're also spending some time with some other of our partners. Wellman Capital is a big part of our banking scenario. And because of the fact that that gives us the ability to really back some of these assets with a higher level of security as we continue to grow out this system. We are heavily on the insurance side of crypto as well. We've seen so much things happen inside of the cryptocurrency space to where that insurance would have helped. And we've actually developed our own company in that aspect. We'll be sharing that in the near future. So there's a lot of parts of this ecosystem coming together quite rapidly, and we'll be sharing more of that information with you. So I just shot a video today that talks a little bit about the whole of the ecosystem here in Rome. And I just tell you that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Orm. It takes time and energy to do, but for the longevity of what we're doing something that's never been done before. And we're really, telling a story that has been told for years of trade, but today we're reinventing with blockchain technology. So you should be very excited and to know that there's a lot of energy and effort going into putting this entire system together. And you've seen that just from the recent trading price of the coin. And you're going to love the fact of how Ormius Cash rolls out. It's a very, very strong system. Ormius Digital Gold and Ormius Green are also set for in the near future. And we'll continue to give you updates on all these types of aspects of everything. For the time being, the trading is going very well. It's consistent. I know you're probably looking for higher numbers on a weekly basis, but look at the fact of the compound effect of all of that. You will never see anything that has a stronger compounding effect. And with this new partnership with Wellman Capital and Balance Bank, you're going to see some really, really great things coming back to underpin the value of our token itself. So basically, there's some of the quick updates that I have for you guys. The price of the coin is starting to become stabilized. You'll start to see some more of a rise over the next few days, which is very exciting. We're building in systems to make sure that people are going to be able to, when the trading, when they get their tokens out of their Airwire system or from TWP or wherever their exchanges are held, they'll have the ability to trade those tokens on the public exchange. Buy box today, hit BTC in the near future, and we are in progress for one other major exchange. We're not going to go on a lot of small exchanges. We just want to be listed on the places where that has the highest volume and the highest credibility for security. After what happened with Cryptopia, we know better than going back into any small situations. So thank you, everybody, for your time today. That's the basic update we've got. Ormius Coin is doing very well. As you can see, we've over 10x for the value of it was, and it's up 30% today alone. And continuing, it had a small correction, and now it's continuing to grow. So I'll be with you again shortly, sending you a video from Rome, but then also sending you a video from Israel talking about Ormius Cash, and also a ecosystem white paper to share with you the whole entire vision of what it is that we have for you in store. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time today, and we'll speak again soon.
Okay, thanks, John. Thanks for your update. Amazing update. And of course, have a safe flight from Rome to Israel. I'm going to pass the word again to Mr. Anthony Norman. I'm going to first try to make him again presenter. So normally, yeah. Anthony, you can share your screen again.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
That update, John. Exciting stuff indeed. we're definitely building out the ecosystem here, and we have some very strong synergies between the different activities here. So I think we're in the perfect storm right now, and I'm excited about the outcome of your meetings in Israel, because some of the exciting stuff you have cooking there. So anyhow, I am going to go a little bit more into detail on our partnership, and what I want to start with is the fact that we are going to supply you guys with an improved underwriting model. Basically, I know that previously we've been working with an underwriting model that was provided by Balance Bank. We're now switching it over to our own underwriting, which is going to be provided to you in the form of a listed bond that we are issuing on behalf of IQ. This bond is going to be backed by liquid assets, and it's going to be on a ratio of 2-to-1 to all the trading in the ecosystem. And because of that, we believe this gives a more direct and transparent collateral for our members. So it's a more straightforward underwriting product. The bond grows as the trading grows, and the 2-to-1 asset ratio is something we're going to maintain. We are committing assets into the bond for 36 months at a time, and then we renew them, so it rolls over. And obviously, we might be introducing additional methods, but we are always going to maintain this 2-to-1 ratio. We also have a few members who have already bought packages with underwriting included, and we will update them this week with new confirmations from Wellmont Capital. So they will be taken care of as well. There were some delays in the handling of these packages before, but we have now sorted that out. And as we were switching over into our structure, we thought that it's better to include them all under the same structure. So if you so what can you expect next? Well, next Monday, we are going to have a follow-up webinar where we are going to introduce some improvement to the product packages. We are also going to talk more about our integrated banking services, or we would like to refer to them as our plug-and-play services, where we are including an account for every member, where you have multi-cross-currency wallets holding crypto and fiat. We have an integrated card program, a direct IBAN account, and we also have a real-time exchange between fiat and crypto. So inside the wallet, you can move funds from crypto into your cards, and it does real-time exchanging for you. The accounts will be live next week, but obviously some of these services will be rolling out over the next, say, 2 to 6 weeks. But the whole package will be presented on the webinar next Monday. We will also be doing improvements to the compensation plan, and anything that happens between now and then is going to be taken into account, so don't worry about that. You can work this week. I also have the pleasure next week, so really make sure to be there and bring people there. I will introduce our head of strategic partnerships. This is a well-known, very big networker who I personally known for 10 years. He's amazing. He's a rock star, and he's here to help us grow. So we are going to acquire several networks and merge them together, and you guys are going to benefit from that. So I think you don't want to miss out next Monday for sure. So get ready for that. Make sure people are here. Now, excuse me. Yeah, so that's it for us for now. And obviously stay tuned. There will be pretty intense communications this week. Next Monday, we will be more to the point on the products and the details, but don't miss out on this, and have a great week. Thanks for having us here.
Thanks, Anthony, for this amazing announcement. It was really an honor to have you today on this call. And of course, we will send out this recording version of this webinar, let's say in a 1 hour, to all main leaders, that they can share it with all team members who missed the call. And of course, we will make promotion for next call. And we're looking forward to the news next week, but we're already really happy with the introduction of you and Wellmont Capital, and of course, the information of Mr. John Barksdale. Thanks all for your time, and see you next week. Bye-bye.